What's up, family? Trail here, and today we have information about more relief for low-income Americans. We now need to discuss the new $13 billion in assistance for low-income families. This is going to provide huge assistance to those that need it the most. Also, we have some checks that may be coming to Americans within the next few weeks. In fact, we have what they are calling Thanksgiving checks that are going out in about 6 different states. And lastly, the red wave that the GOP was expecting didn't necessarily appear that it was going to happen. And it looks like everyone is secretly blaming the former president, which I personally don't think that is appropriate. But anyways, guys, hey, we need to discuss it today. So if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, as well as hit the like button for the YouTube algorithm. Now let's go ahead and start with the video. Well, guys, we have some amazing news to start this video off with, because we just received the CPI numbers yesterday, and guess what? Inflation has finally dropped, just a little bit, that is. Well, according to this article, it talks about the inflation has dropped sharply in another win for the president, Joe Biden, as well as for the Democrats. Yes, guys, leading up to the election night, inflation and President Joe Biden's economy were at the top of everyone's minds, according to how they're going to vote in the midterm elections. But after the electorate on Tuesday surprisingly rejected numerous Republican candidates who ran on the health of the economy, things are only looking up for President Biden's White House entering the second half of the president's first term. Well, anyways, guys, the particular CPI numbers is the Consumer Price Index, or better known as the national measure for the general cost of living, had begun to stabilize after several months of steady growth over the previous spring and the summertime, offering an earlier hint that predictions by the White House economists and Biden himself that the current period of inflation was transitory could potentially be true. Well, guess what, guys? The CPI numbers came, and it said that the United States inflation has dropped down to 7.7%. Yes, guys, the stock market went crazy yesterday, as well as the global markets proceeding in the same direction, in which the stock market yesterday, guys, ended up rising around 1,200 points, one of the largest days of 2022. And yes, guys, it says right here that inflation eased last month to 7.7%, the lowest since January of 2022, as the Federal Reserve raised interest rates to get a grip on prices that have surged at historic pace. This particular figure was down from 8.2% that was reported in September, and cooled more than economists had actually expected. So, guys, this is some huge news for the economy, as well as hopefully the Fed chairman doesn't continue to raise rates, because that is pretty much pushing us into a recession. And hopefully, guys, this inflation will end up coming back down once again, and hopefully we can save this economy, guys. We do not want to go to a deep recession in this country, because as Bank of America has already said that sometime next year, guys, in 2023, we could see around 175,000 jobs being lost every single month. That is because of this particular recession, guys. So anyways, guys, hopefully this is putting us into the right direction, in which inflation is going to continue to drop down for the current month of November. And hopefully we will see these new numbers come out sometime next month in December, guys. Keep your fingers crossed, because, guys, going into a recession at a time like right now, it is not good for us Americans, as well as for the United States economy. So keep your fingers crossed, guys. But anyways, guys, hey, I do want to share some information with you, because I know a lot of you are struggling out there, and a lot of you are actually looking for a new job or looking for a change of pace. Well, we do know that the Biden administration has previously offered to provide around $80 million to the IRS agency, so that they can hire some more people, so that they can go after those individuals that are trying to avoid paying their fair share in taxes. Well, guys, the IRS has just announced earlier this week that they have job openings going on right now. And yes, guys, they are looking to hire around 700 new employees across the country. This is also going to help out those taxpayers that need some assistance in person. Yes, guys, you can go to the IRS.gov's website and look under the news section, and you will find this particular article that talks about 700 new job openings for the IRS, guys. And also it says right here that in addition to more than 4,000 people recently hired to fill these particular critical customer service representative positions, they are now seeking to hire an additional 700 more employees. So again, guys, hey, you definitely want to look at their website to find out more information on what they are trying to hire for right now, because if you're looking for a job, this is a great opportunity to be able to work for one of the largest corporations in this country, guys. I don't know how they pay, but anyways, they are hiring. I just wanted to let you guys know. Now, moving on to some information in regards to the midterm elections. And yes, guys, it is not over. They are still trying to count all of the votes, and they're saying that they should be finished by the end of this weekend. But anyways, guys, hey, they were expecting a red wave to occur because that the Democrats are pretty much taking over right now the presidency, as well as the Senate, as well as the House of Representatives. However, the Republicans, the GOP, they were expecting a huge red wave to come in and pretty much sweep the Democrats out of Congress. Well, guys, that did not happen, although it does look like the Republicans are pretty much going to take over the House. Although when it comes to the Senate, they are pretty much ahead by one individual. But anyways, guys, hey, right now they are blaming the former president, Donald Trump, for the reason as to why they have pretty much not been able to have a huge red wave sweep out all of the Democrats. And yes, guys, it says right here that Trump is facing the blame from the GOP as he continues to move forward with his White House bid. And as you guys know, that the former president has already said that he is going to make a huge announcement on November the 15th, and the American people are expecting for him to be able to announce whether or not he is going to run for the 2024 presidential election. And yes, guys, that particular announcement is going to be coming out on November the 15th, which is in about 4 more days or so, guys. But anyways, like I said, because the GOP was unable to have a huge red wave come through and sweep everybody out, yes, guys, they're saying that this is all Trump's fault and he is the one to blame. Whether or not you believe in this guy, I do not think that this is fair, because if you think about it, those individuals that were particularly running for governor, or either they were running for the Senate position, hey, they are the ones that chose the former president to be able to endorse them for them to be able to win in their respective race. So can you necessarily blame the former president Donald Trump for this? I don't think so, guys. I don't think that is fair. What do you guys think, guys? Do you think that President Trump or former President Trump is the one to blame for the GOP being unable to have a huge red wave? Well, guys, I don't believe so. All of the GOP individuals that were running in their respective races, some of them chose Trump to be able to endorse them. Some of them chose Trump to be able to come to their location to be able to rally for them. And some of them didn't even choose Trump whatsoever. But anyways, guys, I want to know what you guys think. So let me know down below in the comment section whether or not you believe that Trump is to blame for this, or if you believe that the particular candidates are solely to blame for losing their particular race. Let me know down below in the comment section, guys. And moving on, we also want to talk about, because of them being unable to have a huge red wave, well, some of the Republicans are calling for them and calling for Congress to change the voting age. This is ludicrous, guys. Yes, they are now saying that, look, these individuals that are 18 years old, they are pretty much only voting for what their parents tell them to vote for. And because of that, and because the GOP was unable to get enough votes to have a huge red wave, they believe that the voting age should be raised to 21 years old. Yes, guys, that is unbelievable. So you mean to tell me that only the Democrats are the ones that are telling their children to vote a certain way, and the Republicans are not telling their children to vote that same way as well? I don't think so, guys. But anyways, guys, what do you think about this? Do you think that this is a great idea, raising the voting age from 18 up to 21 years old? Because if you think about it, let me remind you that the GOP and the Republicans, they didn't want to raise the limit for those individuals to be able to buy a firearm or a rifle in this country. They wanted to keep that at the age of 18 years old. But now they are calling for the raise of the voting rights. I can't believe this, guys. I do not stand for this at all. I believe that the voting age should be 18. Whether or not your parents tell you who to vote for or not, that doesn't even matter, guys. You should still have the right to vote in this country at the age of 18. Although I do believe that in order to buy a firearm, you should be 21. But again, hey, that is just my opinion, guys. So don't hold me to it. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, guys, I just wanted to give that information to you to see what your thoughts are on raising the voting age to 21 years old. And this is all because they didn't have a red wave. But anyways, guys, that is just ludicrous. But anyways, moving on, guys, we do have information in regards to the Biden administration is now going to be providing around $13 billion in relief aid to help American families, because we know that the American families are struggling right now, and the Biden administration is doing another step in the right direction in providing additional relief aid for those struggling American families, in which this particular $13 billion is going to be allocated to provide help to American families to lower their energy bills. Yes, guys, we do know that the energy cost has been rising over the last 3 to 6 months in this country, and some Americans are unable to pay for their electric bills right now, in which the Biden administration wants to do something about it, and they are trying to provide around $13 billion. This is another way that President Biden is providing more relief aid to the American people, which is obviously raising the American debt in this country as well, which is also increasing the issue of the inflation rising in this country, which is also causing the issues of the American people don't want to go back to work again in this country. Yes, guys, this has huge effects on the American people. It has huge effects on the U.S. economy as well. But anyways, guys, I just wanted to provide this information to you because the new information in regards to the $13 billion in relief aid is going to be coming out very, very soon. Recently, Vice President Kamala Harris plans to announce the new initiative while visiting a sheet metal workers training facility at Union Hall in Boston later on this week. So anyways, guys, hey, that is just the latest information on stimulus relief aid to the American people coming from the Biden administration. But last but not least, guys, I do want to give information to you in regards to some stimulus checks that could be going out within the next 2 weeks or so, because we have information in regards to 6 different states that is going to be sending out direct payments, stimulus checks of around up to $1,050, and those are going to be going out sometime this month. And they are necessarily calling these Thanksgiving checks, guys, because they are expected and hoping that these particular checks are going to arrive before the Thanksgiving holiday, which is around 2.5 weeks or so. But anyways, guys, I do want to go over all of these 6 states just in case you live in one of them and you are on the verge of receiving some additional stimulus relief aid in your state. So again, guys, hey, it talks about it right here that millions of Americans will have seen some relief by Thanksgiving. At least 6 states will be sending out direct payments of up to $1,050 this month of November. And more than a dozen states approved some form of relief package this year in the face of record high inflation. This includes payments such as rebates, relief checks, stimulus checks, all of the above, guys. But anyways, guys, hey, the first state that we have on the list is obviously California, because we know that they have had a huge budget surplus and they are trying to give some of this money away to the American people in the respective states. But anyways, guys, California is going to be sending out up to $1,050, and Californians are seeing money in their accounts right now because that money has already been processed and being sent to those Californians. And yes, guys, the money is still going out this month as well as the month of December, so be on the lookout of that. California Governor Gavin Newsom signed the state's budget back in June, which included $17 billion worth of inflation relief checks in the form of tax rebates. And roughly 23 million people are in line for payments ranging between $200 and up to $1,050 in California. The second state that we have on the list is Evanston, Illinois, and they are on the verge of receiving around $500. Those were affected by a universal basic income pilot are seeing their first payment right now. Cash started going out to participants on November the 1st, according to the local news outlet. And from this particular program, 150 households stand to benefit from this, and they will receive $500 per month for an entire year. 12 months, guys. So if you have been selected for this particular program, be on the lookout because those checks have already started going out. The next state that we have on the list is New Mexico, and they're on the verge of receiving $400. The deadline has already passed to claim a relief check worth at least $400, but payments will start going out by the end of November. The support is available to low-income residents, and the income to all applicants is reviewed, and payments are made to applicants with the lowest income respectively, given that they meet all eligibility requirements, such as being a New Mexico resident and having a New Mexico driver's license number or a social security number. And opting for direct deposit is the fastest way to receive your $400. Again, the fourth state that we have on the list is Idaho, and they could be receiving up to $600. Many Idahoans might be in line for more cash this year for Thanksgiving, as checks will be mailed out during the holiday. These particular checks are worth up to $600, and Governor Brad Little said that the state has issued around 192,000 rebates worth a total of $133 million. Individuals will receive a minimum of $100, while joint filers will receive $600. These checks should arrive around the Thanksgiving holiday. And then we have the fifth state on the list, which is Virginia, and they could be receiving up to $500. Residents who filed their 2021 Virginia tax return by November the 1st are eligible to receive a rebate of up to $500. For people who received a refund by direct deposit, it should be labeled as VA Department Taxation VAT tax rebate. All other eligible taxpayers will receive their rebate by a paper check in the mail, and hopefully these will be received by the Thanksgiving holiday. And the last state that we have on the list is the state of Massachusetts, in which they could be receiving up to 14% of tax liability. Now it says that the tax rebates for residents in Massachusetts who paid personal income taxes in 2021 and filed their 2021 tax return by October the 17th started going out on November the 1st. Massachusetts taxpayers will most likely receive a refund of nearly 14% of their 2021 Massachusetts income tax liability, but the amount may be reduced if you have unpaid taxes or owe child support. So yes, guys, that is the only information that we have for Massachusetts, but if you know what your exact tax liability is for the 2021 tax season, yes, guys, you could be eligible to receive up to 14% of that particular tax liability. So guys, you have to figure out that particular number for yourself, you and your family. But again, guys, you could be on the verge of receiving a tax refund or a tax rebate in the state of Massachusetts. And again, guys, those are all of the 6 states that we have so far that should be receiving some form of a stimulus check, a rebate check, or anything like that before the Thanksgiving holiday. Again, guys, I hope all this information in this video was helpful to you today. Well, anyways, guys, hey, that's all I have for you today. But feel free to check out some of the links down below, because it is a great way for you to be able to support this channel by using those links, as well as ways for you to earn some free money, some free cash, as well as how you can receive 12 free stocks from Webull that could be worth up to $3,000. If you are interested, those links will be down below. But anyways, hey, if you enjoyed today's content and you want to see more, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. It's totally free. And if you like today's video, then go ahead and hit the like button for us. It really helps out this channel, as well as it tells YouTube to share this video with others. But anyways, hey, I appreciate you guys stopping by and watching, and I hope to see you on the next video. Peace.